There is no one perfect size for a cinema room, and really the perfect size for anyone's cinema room is always derived by how many people they want to seat in the room. We want to get people onto seating positions where there's consistency of sound through the room, that we can, when somebody sits at the front on the left-hand side or they sit at the back on the right-hand side, that there's a consistency between those sitting positions, that everybody can enjoy the sound. So that's really dictated by your room size, and getting back to geometry, dictated by the geometry. So the room size is really governed initially, and our very first question for any client is, how many people do we want to seat in this room? And that would really dictate how big that room needs to be to make that work. Even the width of the room, not just the length, would determine whether or not we need to drop a seat to create a pathway for people to walk to the back row. So how many people in the room will dictate pretty much everything. A question that keeps coming up on YouTube is, and I saw it in one response recently, was a golden ratio. Now, it's a term that's thrown around loosely, and the person asking the question wasn't actually referring to it in the correct technical way, but what it's referring to is the proportions of the room, and there being right proportions for a room. The issue is, and I discovered this early on in my career, that I was given probably a dozen different ratios that would all work and deliver good sounding rooms proportionally. And what I found when I was designing my cinema rooms is that none of the ratios were applicable to any of the rooms that I was doing. The chances of you having something where your room is where you could move a ceiling, or you could move the side walls, or you could move the front and back walls, and you had complete controls over the ratios of the space with no impact or no thought for the rest of the architecture of the house, just does not occur. What's actually required is that you engineer the projects to get a custom ratio that works for the project involved. And if you can't move a wall to get the absolute perfect geometry, if one existed, then often those issues that are being created in the design can be resolved by further engineering the project. So selecting the right base array to cancel out standing waves, or designing base treatment to resolve problems that might be coming up with the room proportions. So this is our process for engineering any project, is there's never one ratio. It always has to be custom design, and then you're resolving the solutions inside the room to get a better, or to improve the bass response for every little step along the way. So there's tiny little steps all the way that we're improving until we get to the completed room. And then when we're measuring the frequency response at the seats, or we come into the room and we listen to the room natively, we have a fantastic sounding room. That's our goal.